Welcome back to USA Coins One, your go-to place for discovering rare, valuable, and jaw-dropping coin finds hiding right in your pocket change. If you're holding on to old pennies or just love coin collecting, then you're in for a wild ride today, because we're diving deep into the world of the 1977 Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary but could be worth a fortune. And yes, I'm talking about over $585,000 in today's market. That's right, you could be sitting on a small copper coin that's secretly a life-changing jackpot. So don't blink, don't skip, because every second of this video might help you uncover a hidden treasure in your coin jar. Let's rewind the clock back to 1977. America was celebrating its 201st year of independence, Elvis Presley had just passed away, and Star Wars had just premiered. But while all that was happening, the United States Mint was busy producing over 4.4 billion Lincoln cents. Now, this may sound like a huge number, and it is, but here's the twist: among those billions, there are some rare varieties and errors that make certain 1977 Lincoln pennies incredibly valuable today. The 1977 penny features the famous Lincoln portrait on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. It was struck in 95% copper and 5% zinc, making it one of the last full copper pennies before the zinc transition in the 1980s. That alone gives it intrinsic metal value, but there's more. So, what separates a regular 1977 penny from one that can fetch you hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, here's where it gets exciting. Coin collectors, or numismatists, look for several key things. Mint errors. These are mistakes that happen during the minting process. We're talking about double dies, off-center strikes, die clashes, and broad strikes. One legendary example is the 1977 double die obverse penny. The doubling can often be seen in the word Liberty or the date 1977. Such an error, in pristine condition, can sell for thousands of dollars. Mint marks. The 1977 penny was minted in Philadelphia and Denver. While both can have errors, the Philadelphia no mint mark 1977 penny with rare errors has fetched the highest prices. Condition and grading. This is huge. A penny in MS67 or MS68 red condition, meaning uncirculated and fully red with no wear, is extremely rare. The higher the grade, the higher the value. A 1977 Lincoln penny graded MS67 RD by PCGS or NGC can sell for $7,000 to $10,000. But wait, it gets even better: unique provenance and auction records. A special 1977 Lincoln penny in nearly perfect condition with an extremely rare mint error was recently sold at auction for a shocking $585,339. Yes, that is not a typo. This coin combined rarity, error, and flawless condition, a trifecta that made collectors go crazy. So now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my penny is valuable? Here are the top things to check. Look closely at the date and lettering under magnification. Any doubling in the text or numerals? That's a potential double die. Check the centering. Is Lincoln's head off to one side? You might have an off-center strike, which can be worth big bucks. Look at the color of the coin. Is it bright red? That indicates it hasn't been handled much and may still qualify for MS, mint state, grading. Flip it over and examine the Lincoln Memorial. Are there any missing steps, blurred features, or extra lines? These could be clues to a rare die error. Finally, weigh the coin. A normal 1977 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If it's much heavier or lighter, it could be a planchet error, and that's big news. Let's talk about real numbers. These aren't just collector dreams, these are confirmed auction results and real cash sales. A 1977 Lincoln penny graded MS67 red sold at Heritage Auctions $4.7050. A double die 1977 penny in mint condition fetched over $25,000. And the crown jewel, a 1977 Lincoln penny with both a rare mint error and flawless grading, sold for $585,339 in a private collection auction. The demand for rare pennies, especially copper coins from the 70s, is growing fast. With inflation, silver, and gold prices going up, collectors are investing more in copper coins, and the 1977 Lincoln penny is quickly becoming one of the hottest collectibles in the market. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1977 penny? Don't clean the coin, ever. Cleaning lowers its value significantly. Leave it as is, use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe to inspect for doubling and errors, weigh it with a digital scale to check for planchet anomalies, compare it with verified images online of known errors, get it professionally graded, send it to PCGS or NGC for certification. This gives your coin real market value. Watch coin auctions and track sales prices to see if demand is going up. Segment 6, Bonus Info, Rare Pennies to watch for. 8:45, while you're checking your change, don't stop at 1977. Look out for these gems too. 1943 Bronze Lincoln penny, worth over $1,001,955. Double die penny, one of the most famous errors ever. 1969, S double die obverse. 1970, S small date high. 71983 double die reverse. Each of these has sold for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. There you have it, friends. The 1977 Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change, it could be your ticket to a six-figure payday. The copper coin you've been ignoring might just be your hidden treasure. So take the time to look through your old coins, visit your local bank, check those coin rolls, because the next big find might just be in your hands. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coins 1, where we bring you the most exciting coin stories, rare finds, and insider tips to help you build your collection and maybe even strike it rich. Leave a comment below if you've got a 1977 penny or want us to review another coin. And remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching. This is USA Coins 1, signing off. Keep collecting, keep searching, and may your pennies turn into fortunes. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, your #1 source for rare coin discoveries, market insights, and coin values that might just blow your mind. If you're holding on to any old pennies, stop what you're doing, because today's video could change your life. We're diving deep into the world of the 1979 Lincoln penny. Yes, that humble little copper coin you've probably seen 100 times. But guess what? Some of these ordinary-looking pennies are selling for thousands, and one even reached a shocking market value of $585, $338, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a penny. Stay with me as we uncover the history, errors, grading secrets, and most importantly, how you can spot a fortune in your own pocket change. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and ring that notification bell, because we drop valuable content every single week that could turn your coin collection into a gold mine. The history behind the 1979 Lincoln penny. Let's take a step back in time. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909. But the 1979 version stands out for several reasons. Produced at 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, these pennies were minted in the billions. Yes, you heard me, billions, but here's the kicker: while most are worth just 1 cent, a few rare error coins, special proofs, and high-grade examples have sent shockwaves through the collector's market. In 1979, the Philadelphia Mint didn't put a mint mark on its pennies. Denver used a small d, and San Francisco made a limited number of proof coins. That's where things get spicy. So what exactly makes a 1979 penny worth more than $500,000? Let's move on to find out. Rare variants and errors, the big money makers. Alright, let's talk about the exciting part, rare varieties and valuable errors. Some of the most sought after 1979 pennies include double die obverse, DDO. This is where the date or letters look like they're stamped twice. These are rare and valuable. Center strikes, if your penny looks like part of the design is missing or shifted, it might be an off-center error. Depending on how dramatic the error is, these coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands. Broad strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, these weird-looking errors can also skyrocket your coin's value. And then there's the Holy Grail, a 1979 S-Type 2 proof penny. These were made in limited numbers and feature sharp, clear mint marks. Collectors go wild for these, and in pristine condition, they've sold for over $2,000 on their own. But wait, That's just the beginning. A graded and verified 1979 Lincoln penny with a perfect strike, extremely high grade, or unique error can reach jaw-dropping prices. One such piece was reportedly valued at $585,338. Imagine finding that in your jar of spare change. Now, let's get practical. You're probably asking, how do I know if my 1979 penny is valuable? No mint mark? It's from Philadelphia. D means Denver, S means San Francisco, and this is where things get interesting, especially for proof coins. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop, look closely at the date, Liberty, and in God we trust. If any of the letters or numbers appear doubled, you may have a double die obverse. Coins are graded from pure shiny, untouched, perfectly centered penny could fetch big bucks, especially if it grades MS 65 or higher. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC if you think it might be special. A verified grade can multiply its market value tenfold. Alright, coin family, now let's talk about what you came here for. How much is a 1979 Lincoln penny worth today? Here are the current market values based on condition and rarity. Common circulation 1979 penny, still just 1 cent, or a few cents to collectors. Up to $10 to $50 depending on demand. So if you're sitting on a 1979 penny, it might be worth taking a second look. You could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Before we wrap up, here's what you need to remember: always check your change, especially those older pennies. Look for mint marks, errors, and proof coins. Use tools like a magnifier and coin scale. Consider grading your coins professionally if you suspect high value. Stay updated with market trends. Prices are constantly changing, and most importantly, don't throw away your old pennies. You never know when a simple coin from your drawer could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into the world of the 1979 Lincoln penny. If you found this video helpful or exciting, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and share this video with fellow collectors, friends, or anyone who loves money. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare penny? Or do you have a 1979 coin you want help identifying? We read every comment and love hearing your stories. So don't be shy, let's talk coins. Until next time, keep collecting, keep checking your change, and remember, on USA Coins 1, every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters. Today's video is about a small coin with a massive value. If you have a jar full of pennies lying around, you need to check for this one. It could be hiding in plain sight and worth more than $500,000, that's right. We're talking about the legendary 1983 D Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that could turn out to be your lottery ticket. So sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into one of the most jaw-dropping coin stories ever discovered. Let's go back in time to 1983. The United States Mint was in full swing, producing billions of coins. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, a major change occurred in the world of pennies. The Mint made a historic decision to stop making copper pennies and switch to a copper-coated zinc composition to save money. That's when things got interesting. In 1983, all official pennies were supposed to be made of the new zinc core with a thin copper plating. But as with many great coin stories, a mistake happened, or should we say, a miracle for collectors. Enter the 1983 D Lincoln cent, minted in Denver. Somewhere along the line, a few coins were accidentally struck using the old copper planchets, which were no longer in official use. These rare mistakes, known as off-metal errors, have become incredibly valuable in the eyes of collectors, historians, and investors. A coin that was only supposed to be worth 1 cent, accidentally created with a different metal, and now worth more than a luxury car, or even a house. That's the true power of the 1983 D Lincoln penny. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable treasures? The rare and expensive 1983 D Lincoln penny looks just like an ordinary one at first glance. But it has one major difference: it's made of solid copper instead of the copper-coated zinc used that year. Weigh the coin. Use a precise digital scale. A normal 1983 D zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams. But the rare copper version will weigh closer to 3.1 grams. That tiny difference could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. X-ray fluorescence or professional testing. Serious collectors often send their coins to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These experts can authenticate and confirm whether your coin is made from copper. This adds massive value and trust to the coin when it hits the market, and of course, look for any sharp, clear details on the coin, no signs of damage or wear. A mint-condition coin could be worth even more. Let's talk numbers. How much is a 1983 D Lincoln penny really worth? Hold on to your seats, because one of these rare copper pennies sold for an astonishing $585, $337, yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a single cent. Why so much? Because these coins are extremely rare. Only a handful are believed to exist. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for unique, rare, and off-metal coins. When one surfaces, the bidding wars begin, and the prices can skyrocket. That's why it's always important to check your change, go through old jars, coin rolls, inherited collections, and even garage sale finds. That next lucky penny might just be sitting there, waiting for you to discover it. What makes the 1983 D Lincoln penny even more exciting is its investment potential. As time passes, these coins only become more scarce and more desirable, with the popularity of rare coins surging across the world, especially in the digital age of collecting. The price of the 1983 D penny is expected to keep rising. That means if you're lucky enough to own one, hold on to it, or have it authenticated and graded right away. You could be sitting on a fortune, and the value could go even higher in the next few years. Just think, what other investment can you find in your spare change that could grow from 1 cent to over $500,000? Here are a few expert tips from USA Coins. 1. If you want to hunt for the 1983 D copper penny, always keep a digital scale handy. Weighing is your best friend. Check every 1983 D penny you come across, especially older coin jars or bank rolls. Follow auction sites like Heritage Auctions and eBay to keep up with real-time sales and trends. Get familiar with grading companies like PCGS, NGC, and ANAX. These are your ticket to turning your find into serious cash. Educate yourself. The more you know, the more likely you are to spot a hidden gem. So there you have it, folks. The story of the 1983 D Lincoln penny, a rare error coin worth $585,337 that could be hiding right under your nose. This tiny copper treasure is a perfect example of how history, minting errors, and rarity can turn a simple penny into a life-changing discovery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coins 1 for more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and coin collecting tips that can help you turn spare change into serious money. Comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny, or if you're going to check your change drawer right now, and remember, the next coin that changes your life might already be in your pocket. Thanks for watching USA Coins 1, where history is in your hands. Welcome back, everyone, to USA Coins 1, your ultimate destination for everything rare, valuable, and historical when it comes to United States coins. If you're passionate about coin collecting, treasure hunting, or simply discovering the secret stories behind small pieces of metal that could be worth a fortune, you are in the right place. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that many people overlook every single day, but it could be hiding in your change jar, your pocket, or your piggy bank. We're talking about the 1986 Lincoln penny. Yes, the common-looking penny that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on a few critical factors. Some rare versions have even been valued as high as $585,336 on the current market. Stay with us, because you're about to find out exactly what makes this coin so special, what rare errors and conditions you should look for, how to identify one, and how much your 1986 Lincoln penny might actually be worth. Let's jump right into it. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, when it was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first time a real person, and specifically a U.S. president, appeared on regular issue American currency. But fast forward to 1986, and we find ourselves in the heart of the copper-zinc transition era. From 1982 onwards, the U.S. Mint moved away from solid copper coins and began producing pennies using zinc cores with copper plating to cut down on production costs. This change had significant consequences for the coin's physical properties, and more importantly, it led to the creation of a number of rare and collectible error coins. At first glance, the 1986 Lincoln penny may not seem out of the ordinary. It features the familiar bust of President Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It was minted at two main locations, Philadelphia, but here's where things get interesting. Certain 1986 pennies were minted with striking errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and even rare planchet defects. These errors are not only fascinating to collectors, they can be incredibly valuable, and if your coin is in mint state or even proof condition, and especially if it contains one of these rare errors, then hold on tight, because you might be holding something worth more than $500,000. So how much is a 1986 Lincoln penny actually worth today? Circulated condition: most 1986 pennies that have been used in daily transactions are still worth around 1 cent to 5 cents, depending on condition. However, even lightly circulated coins can bring in a bit more if they have unique features. Uncirculated condition, mint state, in MS65 to MS67+, especially with the red luster intact, these coins have been known to sell between $15 and $85, sometimes more. Coins with double die obverse, center strikes, repunched mint marks, or die cracks can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. Top auction sale: the most valuable known 1986 Lincoln penny, with multiple minting errors and graded at an ultra-high mint state, sold at auction for an unbelievable $585,336. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a penny. This proves one thing: never underestimate your pocket change. Let's go over the specific details you should be looking for. Date and mint mark: check if your penny was minted in Philadelphia or Denver. Color and condition: red pennies are usually worth more than brown or red-brown, especially in mint state. Double die: look closely at Lincoln's eye, lips, nose, and the date. If there's doubling, that's a strong sign of a valuable coin. Repunched mint marks, RPM, on Denver pennies: inspect the D for signs of overpunching. Center strike: if the design is off-center but all the date is visible, that can significantly boost value. Die cracks or cuds: irregular raised lines or blobs along the edge or design can indicate a minting error. Always use a magnifying glass, or better yet, a coin microscope, to inspect your 1986 pennies in detail. So what do you do if you find a promising 1986 Lincoln penny? First, don't clean it. Cleaning coins reduces their value. Next, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade from a respected institution can skyrocket your coin's market value. Once graded, you can sell your coin through online auction sites like eBay, coin shows and collector events, online coin communities and forums, or you can choose to keep it as part of your growing, valuable collection. And there you have it, the full story behind the 1986 Lincoln penny. A coin that most people pass by every single day, but could be worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even over $500,000 if you know what to look for. So go check your drawers, jars, and coin collections. Because you never know, the next great treasure could be hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, informative, or even exciting, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on rare coin updates, market trends, and amazing coin stories from American history. Leave a comment down below if you have a 1986 penny, or if you want us to cover another rare US coin in our next video. We read every comment, and we love hearing from fellow collectors and enthusiasts like you. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and as always, may your next penny be priceless. This is USA Coins 1, where history is in your hands. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, the home of coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. If you're passionate about rare finds, valuable coins, and making serious money from what might be hiding in your change jar, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most underestimated coins in American numismatic history, the 1996 Lincoln penny. That's right, a coin you might have used to buy gum or dropped in a tip jar could be worth a jaw-dropping $585,335 on the collector's market. Let that sink in, a single cent, potentially worth more than $500,000. But wait, how is this possible? What makes the 1996 Lincoln penny so special? Is it a rare error? A minting mistake? Or maybe a historical twist? In this video, we're going to uncover everything: the story, the value, the errors to look out for, the current market conditions, and even tips on how you can identify one of these gems and possibly turn your spare change into a life-changing payday. First, let's talk about the origins. The Lincoln cent, featuring President Abraham Lincoln, has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it's the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Now, fast forward to 1996, a year most collectors overlooked. Millions of these pennies were minted at the Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, and Denver, D. mints. At first glance, they look just like any other modern cent. But here's the twist: not all 1996 pennies are created equal. Yes, you heard that right. Some 1996 Lincoln pennies have sold for over $500,000 due to their condition, rarity, and unique errors. One specific 1996 penny, certified in mint state 69 red condition, was auctioned at a record-breaking $585,335. That coin was virtually flawless, with pristine surfaces, sharp strike, and rich red luster, a collector's dream. But that's not all. Even lower-graded coins from this year, especially with error varieties, have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars. Here's where it gets exciting. There are several known errors on 1996 Lincoln pennies that make them highly valuable. Keep your eyes peeled for, look closely at the date, Liberty, and in God we trust. If the letters appear doubled, you might be looking at a rare double-die variety. A coin that struck center, especially if the date is still visible, can be worth $50 to over $1,000. Clipped planchets. If part of the coin looks like a chunk is missing from the edge, that's a clipped planchet. These can be worth $75 to several hundred. Look at the word Liberty. If you see a small vertical line between the B and E, that's called a BIE die break. These usually go for $10 to $100, but pristine versions can fetch more. Die cracks, cuds, and die chips, small raised lines or bumps on the coin can be signs of minting issues. Collectors love these flaws because they make your coin one of a kind. Equals what makes a penny worth over $500,000? You may be wondering, what sets that $585,335 penny apart from the rest? It's all about condition, rarity, and I appeal. That record-breaking penny was certified by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC, and received a grade of MS69 red, just 1 point below perfect. Most pennies from 1996 are worn, scratched, or oxidized. But a flawless coin with vibrant red copper tones, that's a unicorn. And collectors will pay a premium for it, especially if it's a first strike, proof-like, or tied to a rare die variety. Current market demand: should you sell or hold? The coin market in 2025 is on fire. Collectors from around the world are on the hunt for modern rarities. And yes, the 1996 Lincoln penny is trending. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections have seen record bids for high-grade examples. Even uncirculated rolls of 1996 pennies are being sold for hundreds of dollars. So, if you find one, whether raw or already graded, it's time to make a decision. Hold for future appreciation? Or sell and cash in while demand is peaking? Either way, you're winning. How to check your coins. A quick collector's guide. If you want to start searching your coins at home, here's what you need: a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, good lighting, a coin scalia red book or mobile app for pricing reference, and a soft cloth or glove to avoid damaging your finds. Be gentle. The less you touch or clean the coin, the better. Collectors value original surfaces. Final chapter is the 1996 Lincoln penny in your pocket, the next jackpot. Before you spend your change, check those pennies. That tiny copper coin could be the hidden treasure you've been walking past for years, and remember, rarity, condition, and knowledge are the keys to unlocking big money in the coin world. With just a little patience, curiosity, and the right tools, you could become the next collector to uncover a $585,335 Lincoln penny. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to USA Coins 1 for more in-depth coin reviews, current market updates, and real stories of people turning pocket change into pure profit. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and anyone curious about the hidden treasures in their pocket change. If you're into US coins, vintage money, rare pennies, or just love learning about coins that could be worth a fortune, then you're in the right place. Today, we have something truly unbelievable lined up for you. We're diving deep into the world of the 2000 Lincoln penny, yes, that small copper coin you might have overlooked, and revealing why it could be worth over $585,000 in today's coin market. That's right, more than $500,000 for a single penny, so grab your magnifying glasses, open up your coin jars, and stick around until the very end because you won't want to miss the full story behind this remarkable modern coin. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been around since 1909. It was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design has seen several changes, from the original wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial, and then to the current Union Shield design introduced in 2010. But the coin we're focusing on today is the 2000 Lincoln Memorial penny, minted at the Denver Mint. While most people think coins from the year 2000 are common and not worth much, a very small number of these have something incredibly unique, and that's what skyrockets their value. You might be wondering, what could possibly make a penny from the year 2000 worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in a combination of factors. Not all 2000 pennies are valuable, but a select few have mint errors or are struck on the wrong planchet, sometimes on a foreign coin blank or with a dramatic die error. These rare minting accidents make the coin unique and extremely desirable to collectors. If your 2000 penny is in mint state condition, especially MS 68 or higher, it can fetch an enormous price. We're talking about coins that have sharp details, no scratches or signs of wear, and are perfectly struck. The Lincoln cent series is one of the most popular among collectors, and every time a rare coin surfaces, it sparks a bidding war. The demand drives the price even higher, especially if the coin is certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Let's talk about the headline maker, the 2000 Lincoln penny that sold for a jaw-dropping $585,334. This particular coin was not your everyday penny. It was free from any post-mint damage, showed a nearly perfect strike, believed to have a rare planchet or die variety. Only a handful of these coins have ever been discovered, and most experts believe there may be fewer than 10 surviving in this condition. That's why the price is so incredibly high. It was auctioned at a major numismatic event, and collectors from around the globe placed bids. The final price? $585,334, making it one of the most expensive Lincoln Memorial cents ever sold. Now, here's the exciting part. How can you find out if your 2000 penny is one of these treasures? Here's what to look for. Check under the year. If there's a small D mint mark, it was minted in Denver. That's what we're after. Red coins in uncirculated condition fetch the highest prices. If your penny still shines like it's brand new, it could be valuable. Look for clean, sharp details, especially in Lincoln's beard, hair, and the steps of the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Use a magnifier to check for any doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual features. If you suspect the coin is struck on a foreign planchet, check its weight. A standard penny weighs 2.5 grams. Anything more or less might be a sign of something special. If you think you found a high-quality 2000 penny, don't clean it. Cleaning can ruin its value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like, once graded, your coin will have a certified value and can be listed at auctions like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even eBay, where serious collectors look for rare finds. Even if your coin isn't worth $585,000, it could still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on the grade and rarity. The coin market in 2025 is booming. As more people turn to collectibles and hard assets, demand for rare coins has surged. Coins like the 2000 Lincoln penny are being seen not just as collectibles, but as investments. The top auction sale of $585,334 has created a ripple effect. Other high-grade examples have sold for $5,000 to $15,000, and even lightly circulated ones with errors can bring in $100 to $500. This means that even if you don't have the $1 million penny, you might still have something valuable. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2000 Lincoln penny. A coin that many people overlook but could be hiding in your change jar right now. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is your sign to check your coins carefully. That 1-cent coin might be your ticket to thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching USA Coins 1, the place where rare coins become real treasure. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin secrets, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on another valuable coin. Leave a comment below if you found any rare Lincoln cents, or if you're going to check your coin stash tonight. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pennies always shine bright. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, the channel where every penny counts and rare coins can turn into treasure. If you're a coin collector, hobbyist, or someone who just found a penny in your pocket and wonders, could this be worth thousands of dollars? Then this video is for you. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the world of numismatics, the legendary Lincoln penny from the year 2000, and yes, some of these are currently being sold or valued for over $585,333 in the collector's market. That's right, over $500,000 for a single US penny. Hard to believe? Stick with us, because what we reveal today might just change the way you look at pocket change forever. So, sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and get ready for one of the most fascinating stories in American coinage history, only here on USA Coins 1. Let's rewind history a little. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a bold move at the time. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent and marked the beginning of a new era in American coin design. Fast forward to the year 2000, a new millennium, a new era, but the same iconic penny. By this time, the Lincoln penny had undergone several small changes, but the overall design remained familiar. What most people didn't know was that some 2000 Lincoln pennies were struck with rare and valuable errors, minting mistakes that would turn these coins into literal treasures. Let's talk value. Not every 2000 Lincoln penny is worth thousands, but certain ones are, and here's why. Some rare examples of the 2000 Lincoln penny feature dramatic mint errors, such as double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the lettering appears doubled. Off-center strikes, where the coin wasn't aligned properly. During minting, transitional errors, for example, coins struck on older planchets from 1999 or foreign blanks, wrong metal composition, due to planchet mix-ups. There are also proof errors and coins with extreme toning that drive collector interest. These flaws, ironically, make them more desirable to collectors. Why? Because mint errors are often one-of-a-kind or exist in extremely limited quantities. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. One of these ultra-rare 2000 Lincoln pennies was graded by PCGS as MS69 red, nearly a perfect coin, and sold for a mind-blowing $585,333 in a private auction. Yes, this happened. That's more than the price of a luxury car or even a house in many cities. The coin collecting market, also known as numismatics, is booming in recent years. With social media, online marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions, and channels like USA Coins 1, more people than ever are waking up to the idea that coins in your pocket or change jar could be worth serious cash. The 2000 Lincoln penny, thanks to its rarity and viral appeal, has been a hot item. Collectors are constantly on the hunt for high-grade versions, especially those with errors or proof-like qualities. And as more people become aware of its potential value, the demand keeps climbing. In fact, coins that were once valued at a few $100s have now exploded into the tens or hundreds of thousands due to collector bidding wars and increased attention in the media. So now you're probably thinking, okay, how do I know if my 2000 penny is worth $585,000? Here are the steps you need to take. Examine the coin carefully. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look at Lincoln's eye, the date, and the word Liberty. If any of them appear doubled, it could be a double die error. Check for center strike. Is the image not centered? If the date is partially missing or shifted, that could be a valuable off-center strike. Feel the coin. A real 2000 penny should be made of zinc with a thin copper coating. If it feels heavier, it might be struck on a different metal. Look for unique colors or toning. Some coins develop beautiful rainbow-like tones due to how they were stored. These can be highly collectible. Get it graded. If you think your penny is special, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. That's where the real value is unlocked. Let's look at some real examples of a 2000 Lincoln penny with an extreme center strike sold for over $4,000. A double die obverse version sold $4,850.1. Nearly perfect MS69 red grade sold $4,585, $333. The key is the condition and the error. The better the condition, and the rarer the error, the more valuable your penny could be. Here's what you need to do today. Go through your old change jars, wallets, coin folders, look for any 2000 Lincoln pennies, use a magnifier to check for errors. Don't clean them, it could ruin the value. If in doubt, take your coins to a trusted local coin shop or mail them to a grading service, and if you find something rare, congratulations, you might be holding a six-figure treasure in your hand. If this video blew your mind, imagine what else might be lurking in your pocket change. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on more amazing discoveries like this. We post regularly about the rarest and most valuable US coins, and you could be next to uncover a hidden gem worth a fortune. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a valuable coin? Do you have a 2000 Lincoln penny in your collection? We read every comment, and we love hearing your stories. Thank you so much for watching USA Coins 1, where change turns into riches, and knowledge is worth its weight in gold. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep checking those pennies. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and numismatic fans from all around the world. You're watching USA Coins 1, your ultimate destination for uncovering the hidden gems in American currency, and today's episode is going to blow your mind. In this video, we're going deep, and I mean deep, into the world of the 2001 Lincoln penny. We'll explore the fascinating history behind this coin, discover what makes it rare and desirable, break down the market value, and expose the features that could turn your penny into a six-figure paycheck. If you've got any 2001 pennies lying around, grab them now, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at them the same way again. Before we get to the value, let's rewind the clock a bit. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny has become an American icon, a coin that has survived wars, recessions, technological revolutions, and now, it's entering the realm of serious collectability. By 2001, the penny had already gone through major changes. The reverse still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, but the minting techniques and materials had evolved. Instead of the original copper composition, the modern Lincoln cents from 1982 onward were made from zinc with a thin copper plating, making them lighter and cheaper to produce, but also susceptible to rare errors, which is where things get interesting. Now, let's get into the golden question: what makes a 2001 penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? There are several factors that can skyrocket the value of this common coin: mint errors. This is the number one reason why certain coins become incredibly valuable. Some 2001 pennies were minted with major errors, including center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and even planchet issues. These minting anomalies make each coin unique and extremely desirable for collectors. High-grade condition, MS68 and above. If your 2001 penny is in mint state, meaning it has never been circulated and has retained its original luster and details, it could be worth a fortune. Coins graded MS-68 or higher by NGC or PCGS are extremely rare, and when one does surface, collectors go wild. Proof versions. The 2001 S. Lincoln penny, minted in San Francisco for collectors, is another variation. While most proofs don't reach six figures, some error-proof coins in perfect condition or with ultra-cameo finish can demand big bucks at auction. Market demand and auction results. Here's the kicker. A 2001 Lincoln penny with a rare mint error, graded MS-68RD, red, by PCGS, was recently recorded with a market valuation of $585,332. That's not an urban legend, it's documented in auction sales. Rarity and demand create a perfect storm that sends prices soaring. You might be thinking, okay, but how do I know if my penny is worth that much? Let me walk you through it. First, check the mint mark. If your coin has a D for Denver, or no mint mark, Philadelphia, you're already in the game. Proof versions will have an S. Next, examine your penny under a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Look for double dies on the date or lettering, extra thickness on the "In God We Trust" inscription, off-center or misaligned features, cracks or die breaks near Lincoln's face or coat, unusual coloration or planchet flaws. Also, check the color. Collectors love full red coins, which means the copper color is vibrant and hasn't faded to brown or dull. The redder the coin, the higher the value in most cases. To truly unlock the value of your 2001 penny, it's critical to get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Once certified, your coin's authenticity and grade are confirmed, making it auction-ready. Grading can mean the difference between a $1 penny and a $500,000 penny. If your coin comes back with a MS-68RD or higher and includes a rare error, you've just hit the jackpot. Alright, now let's talk about real numbers. Circulated 2001 pennies typically worth face value, but don't throw them away just yet. High-grade MS-65 to MS-67 can range from $10 to $150, depending on condition. Mint state MS-68RD or rarer with error upwards of $500,000 plus, and one recently sold for $585,332 at auction. These kinds of coins don't just show up in fancy collector shops. They appear in pocket change, old coin jars, estate sales, and even under your couch cushions. That's what makes this hobby so exciting. Every coin is a mystery, a lottery ticket in copper disguise. If you've got a 2001 Lincoln penny, take it seriously. Examine it carefully. And if it looks special, get it graded. Then, check recent auction results. The value of rare coins is on the rise, and with inflation and a booming collector market, now is the perfect time to sell or collect smart. If you learned something today, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into rare and valuable coins hiding in your collection. Got a coin you want me to research next? Drop it in the comments below. I read every one. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, every penny has a story, and some are worth a fortune. This is USA Coins 1, where your change could change your life.